I'm ready.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way.
Greetings and welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Hustle and Motivate the podcast. I'm your lovely hostess with the mostest, ADOS the Soul Star.
That's right. Go ahead.
You got the flow, brother.
Mr. Quickness in the building, man. You know what I'm talking about. DJ Mr. Quickness in the building. What's up? What's up?
Hey, you already know what time it is. It's your homie T Stunt. What's happening there?
He had to think about it, y'all.
Man, because he kind of messed me up. I didn't know who's going first.
Like, who's on first? Who's on second? I don't know.
Right.
Hey, y'all, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's all good, though. Listen, y'all, it has been a few years, a minute, okay? But we are back, and like we said, we would be. So, yeah, clap it on up. So now we are back, but we're bringing y'all a whole new format. We coming from the heart, y'all. We coming from the soul, and we're doing this for y'all. We want to continue the marathon. This is why we are Hustle and Motivate the podcast. So keep in mind that you can listen anytime, anywhere, wherever you stream podcasts, because y'all, we everywhere, period. Hustle and Motivate the podcast. Okay. And then also keep in mind that we're also on YouTube. This is something new for us. So I think we need another applause quick.
Already. I'm with the halls. Let's go. YouTube,
man. Like, cause this is new for us. So we getting it going, but it's not, the podcast isn't new, but YouTube is. So hopefully we look good to y'all tonight, or this morning.
That's why I keep pulling my screen back. Let me check you.
Yeah, man. So listen, today's topic is appreciating the journey. This is a really, really great topic. It's close to my heart, near and dear to my heart. Appreciating the journey.
What a good time to come back right now, right? Woo. 50 years of hip hop. What a good time to come back.
That's right. We're adding our 2 cents on that. And so without further ado, let's get into the rundown.
All right. Well, today we're going to be discussing the topic, appreciating the journey. But first, we're going to get into the headline report with my man, T Stunt. And then I got a little hip hop history with usually myself, DJ Mr. Quickness. But today we're just going to all talk about a few things since we're welcoming back the Hustle and Motivate podcast. Again, we're going to clap that up one more time. We back, y'all. And
we back in this thing.
We back, y'all.
right now. Y'all. So turn the floor over to T Stunt, man, and give us a little of the headline report, man.
All right, y'all. So the headline report. We're going to run this here at the top 3 topics. Coming in at number 1. Montgomery Brawl.
Yeah.
Montgomery AKA Brawl. The Sweet Tea Party.
Sweet.
AKA teach your man how to squabble. Yeah.
What'd you say, quick?
Is that what they call it? The Sweet Tea?
The Sweet Tea Party. That's it.
Sweet Tea Party.
It's the Boston TV. Yeah.
Man, yeah.
No, this is a sweet tea
party. Sweet tea party. That's what
good
happened.
And sweet. Good, sweet and southern.
Yeah, and hey, look here. Unc came through with the chair though. I ain't gonna lie.
Man. That's that. Yeah, listen, that's the secret weapon we didn't know we had.
No. Unc had a flashback from 1958. He said, hey, he saw something.
Yeah,
that wasn't right, and he just said, you know what? Nah, this time I can do it.
Right, because everybody gave their opinion on the Montgomery Brawl, but at the end of the day, I think the consensus amongst African Americans is clear. And that is, listen, we tired.
Where my head at?
We got some new symbols.
It's time to go.
Right, and then the signal.
The signal, my bad. Then
you had Aquaman boogied on way under that water, man. He was swimming.
Listen, understand, first of all, let me talk about this for a second, because I'm so sick and tired. As an African American woman who can swim, I'm
Hey.
so sick and tired of people saying black people can't swim. That is a lie from the pit. Maybe black people can, but brown people can.
Man,
Watch out.
look here.
Watch
You
out.
talking to a veteran head lifeguard here. You did.
I was lifeguard for a little bit. I can't swim.
I was lifeguard. I could swim.
Save my life. I quit trying to save other people with me though. That's the problem.
Oh no.
Oh, look.
The trick is throw the buoy to them, my boy. Throw the buoy
Just
to them.
just throw it to them.
Throw
the
it to
buoy.
them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's when you know he knew
now,
he was doing the buoy,
yeah.
y'all. I didn't even know that's what it was.
Throw the little buoy to them. Now,
I
if they
always
can't
say
get it,
flotation
then that's
device.
when you gotta go down. You know,
You
down
know it's
below
called
and
a
go pick 'em
buoy.
up. Yeah.
I did. I always got a flotation device. So that's what's up.
hey, you know, it's many years. That's my first job. But anyway, we're gonna roll on to number 2 on the list.
Well.
Warzone, the Modern Warfare operator, has bundled with Barb's to bring her to the battlefield, aka Nicki Minaj is on Call of Duty, y'all.
Well,
and it's in celebration of 50 years of hip hop.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Yep.
I'm now.
Yep.
Now,
And it's
if that's the
collab.
case,
Minaj.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. If that's the
Okay.
case, I'm with that.
Yep.
with that.
And so with that, it's what's going on. Oh, my bad. My stuff.
Well, I think that's dope because you said also, didn't you say Snoop Dogg as well?
Yeah. Snoop Dogg is also part of that as well with the bundle for the hip hop. And they did Kevin Durant.
What you mean a bundle?
well.
You gotta buy it?
Yeah. You do gotta buy it in game.
I gotta buy Snoop Dogg in the game. It's like in-app purchases.
Yeah, in-app purchase.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, how they gonna make money? You know, they
exactly.
I bought the game. That's how you make money. You
bought the game, but hey, if you want that skin though, you know, if you wanna, you know,
I'm not even in the games like that.
Right.
Shout out to everybody who's in the games like that.
That would be him. That would be my husband, y'all.
I am. But hey, I mean, it has something to do with hip hop. I mean, you know, I think she's the first and only hip hop artist, female artist, to do anything with the game. Period.
Well, big ups to Nicki Minaj, man.
Yeah, because Snoop, because they had Snoop Dogg once before in previous releases, but there's never been any female from hip hop. Not one. No, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown.
So what is she doing on the game? What you can buy her clothes?
Yeah, like you pretty much use her operator. Like pretty much you, they give you a gun that's pinked out, 2 guns that's pinked out, a pinked out Hummer, and like a nice little background thing for you. Yeah, I mean it's you know.
If now you want to get you a pink gun, T-Stunt. Let me ask you the Barb's kit. Can you get you a Barb's kit?
Nah. I'm gonna get that Snoop Dogg. I can't even play with y'all like that. Nah.
Yeah.
But they was using it on the game, and you hearing grown ass men cussing your ass out. I'm thinking there's a whole woman on there. I'm like, okay, I got you. But hey, bro, don't you do that no more. Whoa, wait a minute.
He shot you with a pink gun. Bro, you got a pink gun. Right. Shut up, bro. You got a pink bulletproof vest on.
Right. You got pink on, bro. Stop
you deserve to die. You deserve to die.
And coming in at number 3, new lawyer for Tory Lanez argues for rapper to be released on bail as he is aimed to appeal his 10-year prison sentence.
I knew that was coming. That appeal.
Yeah.
I knew it. Now, there's people who are speculating that they don't think that he's gonna get that appeal. Like they don't think it's gonna be approved.
If you get it, what are you gonna do though? I'm like, I don't know what this was like. Oh, if hey, Doc.
Okay.
If we're in a vehicle and we riding and you say, "Quick, shot me," it's enough, right? If you survive and I shoot you, you're able to tell people who shot you.
Yeah.
She all but said this man shot her. So either she lying, so I'm gonna risk going to jail, or you gonna risk going to jail saying "Quick, shot me" when you know damn well it was T-Stunt. You risk that? No, nobody's gonna risk that, man. You stupid. Just go. You stop your plea and go and take.
So you feel like if he really didn't shoot her, he should have said, "I never shot this woman." You feel like he should have?
I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I would. Well, if he didn't, he know who did.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He knows who did, so he protected.
I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not going to jail for nobody, cause now ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So y'all so what? So I'm thinking, so y'all gonna let me go to jail?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. And it's like if it's either me or somebody else, it's gonna be them.
That's right. Exactly. So if I didn't do it, I'm not gonna say I'm snitching, but okay. So y'all not gonna. I'm saying, right, well, I'm not snitching, but they not telling the truth. They ain't standing up.
I'm gonna always tell the truth. Exactly. So yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. My whole thing is that whole situation was just we never got clear, concise detail of what happened. Never have we gotten that. Even during the trial, we didn't get that. No. It's all fuzzy. And so for me, I'm not saying
nobody wants to be a snitch. They all trying to stick to that. Nobody wants to be a snitch.
Everybody wants to stick to that code. Everybody want to be gangster.
Yeah.
Until it's time to be gangster.
Yeah.
Till you get shot in the foot. Till your pinky toe get shot.
Right. You shot me in the pinky toe.
Oh, a pinky toe.
Because I mean, because at first she said what? Some glass cutter.
Yeah, because
she was even trying to lie.
The black man. Yeah, that's what she said.
Right. And I get it. Now we know how police, and that's what I'm saying. But then she's saying, okay, so after all of this coming to play, now everybody pointing the finger, making me look bad. Like I ain't finna say nothing, but I'm telling you, I know who shot me. I'm trying not to be a snitch, but I know who shot me. I'm looking at him, and if she said, well, I really didn't see who shot me.
Yeah,
that's cool. And then he stands up and say, I didn't shoot her. It's only two more people that because same thing with the Gunner and Young Thug situation. Gunner say, well, it was only you in such the car. Was it your gun? No, it wasn't my gun. Was it your drug? Yeah. No, it wasn't mine. Were you saying it was mine, my nigga?
Right.
But that's the only two people. It's only me and you.
Yeah.
So if she ain't gonna say, okay, I did shoot her. And I get it, man. You don't want her to go to jail. If it was making homegirl who shot her.
Love you, baby. I'm prepared to show it, but you already know that I'm never scared to show it. And since you really love me, baby, you should really show it. But you should let me know, and I like it when you show it.
If I prejudice never lie, never let business hang out to dry. Dare to step and when we fly. You my rock, I never jam like.
Yeah, so as you were saying about Tory Lanez, quick.
I mean, just again, if you did it, somebody know you who shot them. I'm not gonna sit here and say again, like I was saying, if you shot me, I know you shot me. So
yeah,
it's just a little iffy. I'm why are you appealing it? I mean, are you trying to buy yourself some time? That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you should have took the plea deal and you'd have been out. In other words, if you shoot somebody and they live to tell about it,
right,
ain't too much you can do.
I mean, and they say he has a temper, so.
So you're going to jail, Tory? Again, well, you're going to stay in jail, Tory. Let me just say that. Yeah.
It is what it is.
I hate that. But bro, why are you shooting that female? Why you pull a gun on? I mean,
yeah, you shouldn't have pulled a gun out in that situation. Period.
On a female? Come on, man.
Period. Like that shouldn't even been. Because anybody I'm hanging with, I'm not trying to deal with them pulling out a gun.
No, first.
Unless you're trying to protect the car, against some people just coming against us. Yeah. Some
I'm
ops.
Not arguing with no female.
Some actual ops. But
I have to pull a gun on female that I'm riding with. No, that's
right. Like that's never cool in a situation.
Yeah,
so
never, ever, no.
Yeah. Okay. All right, quick. So well, thank you very much for the headlines. I mean, I'm sorry.
T-Stunt. I was just welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah, we're gonna have a few fumbles, but it's all good. We back and I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm glad to be back.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to doing interviews too, because there's been a lot of people who have really been doing their thing since COVID, y'all. So, and after COVID, like it's been amazing to see. There's a lot of people who have been wanting to be interviewed on this show by us. So I'm looking forward to that.
The podcast will continue to grow, and we just happy to be in our space.
Yeah.
And again, so that brings me to to I guess my segment, which we want to talk about hip hop history. And since
Yeah.
we are just getting back, it's Labor Day weekend. For those who are tuning in, we've been out doing our thing.
Yeah,
And
man,
we are
you have for sure.
right. So we
been
are
out here.
definitely right. So we're definitely celebrating 50 years of hip hop, y'all.
Yeah.
50 years.
50
years.
50 nifty.
I'm 53
Man.
this year, so I'm like, man, hip hop raised me. Period. It
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
it did.
I
That's why I love having you on the show and having you do the hip hop history because of that. Like, I feel like I tell people all the time, like, man, Quick is hip hop history, like for real.
Right.
Like,
Right. I mean, I and good. So normally in this segment I would share, which in future shows I will be sharing a moment of hip hop history, or sharing something, or probably having some interviews myself of some legends, or
oh, that would be
hip hop
awesome.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I'm definitely working that into my segment. But today, since we back, we just want to talk about where we were when we first fell in love with hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's of course it's 50 years of hip hop. I mean, this is big. Hip hop is everywhere. First of all, let's just start there. I don't know if
Yeah.
they were they counting us out when it's how black people just take anything and just make something out of nothing. Pickleball or whatever. I don't know. I don't care, man. We take something and make nothing and make something out of it. And
Absolutely.
again, I'm excited for celebrating 50 years. I'm gonna just start for me. I'll start. Since I guess I'm the OG.
OG,
so-
triple OG. Yeah.
Right. So my
Triple.
story's probably gonna go back the furthest. Not exactly 50 years, because like I said, I'm 53 this year. So that means that I was probably going on 2 years old when hip hop was first
Mhm.
noticed or established, so to speak. So for
Yeah.
me, it's big. So by the time I was 10 years old, I remember I heard Ice Cube do this interview when he said he was driving with his uncle or whatever. He made him play the the message or whatever. It was like 15 minutes long. He made
Yeah.
it play it back to back to back to back. That is kind of my story. Definitely Sugar Hill Gang was the love for me of hip hop. Like, this is serious. If you do not remember the Sugar Hill Gang Rapper's Delight, I mean, the macaroni salad, the peas out must, and the chicken tastes like wood. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if you don't know that, that's I was wondering for longest with that line, but that was big for me. So Sugar Hill Gang was like the I'm never turning back, or the solidification that hip hop was here to stay at that point for me. I knew it wasn't going anywhere. Now the message was before that. So Grandmaster Flash did his thing before that. So I was in love with the message even before that. And I was like, oh, this is new. This is crafty. You know what I'm saying? Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I mean, you like, and at my age in the 70s, that was our thing. I mean, like, people like, yeah, like, we were having it hard. And that was kind of, and granted, out of New York, we can't even imagine what was going on. But in the South, we were still having it hard. The message was big, and ironically,
that connection was huge.
Right. To the hood, to the message. So now it was like, oh, somebody's telling our story finally, or so to speak. Well, I don't know if it was in song, but like, yeah, this is what we live. We ain't girls just don't want to have fun while we over here. We got
we got some real life problems.
Right. So for me, it was definitely Grandmaster Flash, the message, and then Rapper's Delight kind of solidified it for me. That hip hop was kind of here to stay. I knew then we were not turning back. I mean, I knew then. I knew we weren't turning back. But far as DJing, even though Grandmaster Flash kind of started out and scratching kind of started, it was probably that early 80s when I probably picked up a record, and your grandma was like, boy, why are you scratching records on my turntable, on my record player, on my record player?
Oh,
and you will. I mean, you'll learn to mess up a few records, learn how to scratch. But when I would the first time I put my hand on a turntable and moved it back and forth and say, wow, because of course we mimicking what we saw on radio, and it's like, oh, this is how it's done. And I was like, oh, and you can
Okay,
scratch
come on
words
now.
and you can make your own instrument. Like, wait a minute. I can rewind it and make it say it
Right.
again.
Right.
This is before I got a mixer or anything, just to be able to take a record and just be able to scratch the words, because it was about words, and the turntable became an instrument. So at that point, yeah, like my Shy Doc D, he started DJing with me back then, and he didn't give a damn about DJing. I'm just being honest with you. But I was sold. You know, and his mom would literally take us to the mall and give us money to buy cologne and this and that. And I like, man, I ain't buying no. I'm gonna buy me some records, bro. I mean, a single album was like $3.99, $4 back then. You buy a single, $4. Yeah, I mean,
It's
one
like
song.
what? It's like what? $15.99 now, $29.99.
Well, that was what we talking about, a single. So you talking about $4 for like one song? It would be you know, Run DMC. You know, Walk This Way.
Now
it was
like
one song.
$0.99.
Yeah. It's the A side and the B side. You know, so one song is 99 cents today. It's equivalent to that. But back then, you would buy that one song would come with the, you know, the record had the instrumental, the acapella sometimes, and the street version, the clean version. On the B side. Yeah. So that was a single. So I would literally spend all my money then on singles and buying and scratching records. I mean, I don't know if y'all remember this song. I'm gonna pull this back up in hip hop history. Who was the group? Thomas something. She's Blinding Me with Science. Y'all remember that song?
Ooh, no.
Ooh, wow. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do some hip hop history. So She's Blinding Me with Science was one of those three. And I remember song. Y'all remember song Amadeus? Rock Me Amadeus. Amadeus. Yeah. Rock Me Amadeus. Okay, so that was my integration in the scratching. And the breakdancing, you know, of course, started. And I wasn't very good at breakdancing. But
hey, you know, it take a particular somebody to do breaking.
I figure I'm small enough. Windmill, man. I don't actually do windmill. I can't windmill, man. Well, man, I'm ready to get my leg around. But the scratching, I knew then this was for me. Even I mean, like I was good at it, even with no mixer or nothing. I understood the how to make a turntable or record an instrument and how that sound, you know, became DJing or became the sound of hip hop, because back then it was a DJ and an MC, you know. So I wanted to be a DJ. At that point, I was sold. I mean, Jam Master Jay, I'm done. Run DMC, of course, commercialized rap pretty much, and there's no one gonna argue that. Run DMC commercialized rap with Def Jam and LL Cool J, and you know, we'll talk about, you know, as history prevails, you know, as the hip hop history, but we'll talk about how I witnessed all of that happen. But for the most part, during that time, Jam Master Jay was the DJ to be. It wasn't that Grandmaster Flash wasn't good DJ or anything, but Run DMC, Jam Master Jay, scratching solidified everything for me as I'm gonna be a DJ. I remember seeing Run DMC at Six Flags, Texas. I went to see them at Six Flags. Oh my God. Just smart.
Man, Six Flags have brought some really dope artists over the years.
Right. This is in the 80s.
Because I remember some dope Six Flags
concert. Yes.
Question: do y'all remember Six Flags having a recording booth up there?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, Six Flags and a lot of places like that had those recording booths. They were big.
It was like early
at one point.
It was like early karaoke, wasn't it? Kind of.
Yeah,
because you was pretty much going there over a karaoke beat.
Exactly. You're just doing your thing. But like, I wish they still have that. That would be dope.
Oh man, I ain't been to Six Flags in some years. I know.
I'm saying like just a place where you can just go record yourself singing or rapping or whatever.
Something like that.
I didn't bring it back. But people do it so much on their phone. It's just like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, but I still think it would be fun to have.
That really would.
Yeah.
But that's for me, for hip hop. And so because of that and my long-standing history, I guess, being the OG and the eldest in the hip hop, this is why I will bring the hip hop history to you guys every Monday on the Hustle and Motivate podcast. So y'all stay tuned and make sure y'all check me out. But that's when I fell in love with hip hop. But I definitely want to hear y'all's story, because y'all a little younger than me, and I want to know what songs kind of I mean.
Okay. T-Stun, you want to go? You want me to go?
Oh, well, since we're going in order, you go ahead and go.
Okay, so I would say mine was, I'm from Louisiana, so big ups to the boot. So I'm gonna have to say for me, because my grandma like raised us like extra Christian, and we don't listen like, you know, gospel and stuff. So whenever I got a chance to listen to the radio, it was Master P. Make them say,
Okay.
That was
Okay.
like, and because the video too was like so live. Like I love the video. Like, the best day in the gym with best, all of that. And Mystical, sitting on the on the goal or whatever. But yeah, so Make 'em Say was that was it for me. And then of course, when you listen to the radio, you would hear Pac and you would hear Biggie. So, for us millennials, at least for me, like being from Louisiana, of course, Master P really was somebody I always looked up to. And and I just love No Limit. Like that was just like if you was in Louisiana, like you rock with No Limit, period.
Right.
And then, that was, for our region, like that was huge for our region. And
Right.
but of course, Pac and Biggie, I was a huge fan of Biggie though. I ain't gonna lie. Huge fan of Biggie. Like it's just for me, it's his swag. He just had this swag. He's like
was
this
ridiculous.
big old right.
Oh, yeah.
And he's this big guy. You know what he say? Black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Coochie down to the socks.
I was saying the
Reason
wordplay.
why.
Man,
So
yes.
you can't talk bad about me because I'm gonna do it for you. I'm already. I'm a
Right.
yeah.
So yeah, so that was when I fell in love with hip hop. And then and then also of course for the ladies, MC Lyte gotta, because that song with Escape, Keep On Keeping On. Yeah, I used to do that rhyme like all the time. And that's when I kind of felt like maybe I can rap. So yeah.
Good. All right, T-Stunt. What about you?
All right. So for me, I heard hip hop when I was young. It's like the only time I got to hear it was when I was with my friend Pooh and her mom. And like the first song I heard was Hail Mary by Tupac.
Okay.
Didn't really knew too much about hip hop then, but I was like, okay, all right, this is cool. But when I really fell in love with hip hop, I ain't gonna lie, it was the Guerrilla Warfare album by Hot Boys.
Okay.
Like they had that. I remember it was a cassette tape. They said, "Hey, I can listen to it." I took that sucker home from the top to the bottom, flip that thing over, top to the bottom, flip the thing over, top to the bottom. Man, look here.
Okay.
It was I was like,
So
okay.
that was actually your first actual cassette. Was Hot Boy?
Yeah. It was a Hot Boy. And my mom didn't know. She was like, "What are you listening to? Don't worry about it."
That's a good question. What was your first actual piece of? Did you buy that T-Stunt?
No. That was gifted to me.
Okay. What was your first piece? A good question. What was your first piece of hip hop that you either bought or was given to you that you cherish, Ada?
Okay, that I bought or did someone gave to me?
Because I'm just finding this. I find this is what y'all don't understand. I find this crazy that y'all on here talking about. Well, I couldn't listen to hip hop, so when I was able to sneak in, I'm like, what?
Well. On my end, the car we had was a Delta 88, and all they got was 105.7 on that thing.
No,
that was it. That was
all. Your
all.
mama said that's all she got.
No. I remember trying to turn the dial, and the dial really wouldn't work.
No,
But that's what I'm
for real. And then another car I had, I'm just gonna put this one. It was like a Chrysler. It looked like a Chrysler version of a Cadillac. I can't remember what it was, but it was like maroon all the way through the inside and everything. But the only station we had was AM radio, and the only thing I could listen to was Radio Disney for like about 2.5 years.
I always be laughing at that. Radio
Man,
Disney.
look here. I was
Radio Disney.
Every pop song in the pop songs in the 90s. I
all of them right.
What? Little Kid Bop saw this, man.
Not
look here.
Kids Bop.
Yeah,
Well,
Mickey,
guess-
Mickey, you're so fine. Yeah, all that.
And I'm playing those
I'm
songs
done.
at parties on Friday nights. I'm like, you're like that's the first song, like, oh Mickey, I mean, which that's not hip hop, but like I played that regularly on a Friday night at our gym because that wasn't hip hop, but that was hip hop influenced for white folks back then. So it's
Right.
like, oh Mickey, you're so fine was like played in black clubs, like that's like it was mixed with other songs, but That was
other
hit.
stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Well, for me, I have two. My daddy bought me, so I didn't really have my father in my life a lot, but when he came around and he gave me stuff, it meant a lot. So one time for my birthday, he gave me like a couple of CDs, and one of them was don't laugh, but it was Will Smith, Willennium. And I cherish that just when my daddy gave it to me, and then too because like it actually wasn't a bad album. Like, and I like the fact that Will Smith didn't curse in his rhymes, because for me that was huge. That means that taught me as an artist, I don't have to curse in my music to get my point across.
Is it because people were cussing big at that time?
You already know,
man.
You already know.
Hawk that,
like, because back then when the radio, when they played it, they was cutting everything out, and you couldn't understand. You was like, man, I don't even want to listen to the song no more.
You really didn't,
because they was cutting all the the words out.
They do that now, but I'm just that's why I'm finding it so ironic that you guys, like, your parents were keeping you from this, and I'm like, oh, I mean, but granted, our parents, the only thing that my parents or grandmama, because my mom and dad really went around, that my mom and dad was like listening to Eddie Murphy records or Richard Pryor records, and you hear people talking about that, like there were records like you ain't like I had the Eddie Murphy raw record,
Dolomite record,
wax.
buddy.
Like you you got a DVD of the comedy of Kevin Hart comedy stand up. Eddie Murphy had a record of raw. So if you didn't get to see, I literally could just put the entire raw comedy. Yes.
Yeah.
And I would scratch it, of course. And that's where, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where it came.
That's cool.
That's
cool to put that in there like that. And then I have one more. My sister was really, she really influenced me as well. And one of the first CDs that she got that was hip hop that I really loved was Jay-Z, The Black Album. Like, to this day, that's one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm a huge fan of Jay-Z.
Okay.
And you big on lyrics, so that probably explains.
Yeah, it's huge.
And in the South, we big on emotion. Lyrics are kind of big up in the East Coast.
East Coast, and I gravitate to East Coast when it comes to hip hop. Like I always have. Being from the South is funny, but I always love that East Coast style of hip hop, because to me, I mean, that's where it originated, and like that's the home of hip hop. And I don't know, I just love their delivery. I love the lyricism. Like, yeah, I'm a poet though. I started out as a poet, so maybe that's why.
Fun fact about it. When I first started to want to rap, it was probably when I first started producing, about 92 or something like that. When I first wanted to start producing, I actually took a old, I don't remember if it was Hit 'Em Up or something, or Toss It Up or something. It was a Tupac song. This was probably even before then. And I like took his words. I want to learn how to be a rapper. So I literally took Tupac's song and line for line, and like took every word and rewrote what he said in my own words. But I kind of had his cadence, whatever. And after, ironically, I knew that I had did that, and I knew I kind of did it successfully in a sense, because I was playing it for somebody, and they were like, man, who is that rapping like Tupac? And it was me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, ironically, I had literally took every word he said and just took, like if he said, stand on the corner with my 4-4, I was like, I was standing on the block, I had my gun in my pocket. So I mean, just like literally, and just changed the words, and like, okay, right, and it made it sound.
Yeah.
That's how I would start as an artist. That's how I would start learning how to rap. I would literally take Pac. I did like line for line the whole 16 or whatever. But after that, I would like take the first 4 bars, and then after that, I would learn like, oh, okay, now I can finish it out after getting someone else's rap to start me going. I was like, yeah, but it would take me like I'd mimic 4 of their lines and just kind of go with what they were saying and just change the words up to fit it. And then I would just come up with after a while, I was able to just come up with the rest on my own as an artist. And people always like I've never considered myself a rapper, but I like rapping, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, I mean, it's the thing is, it's art.
I mean, and that's it. That's how you tell people out like just because I draw stick figures does not mean it's any better than a Mona Lisa.
Doesn't mean it's not art.
It's my art.
It's
my art.
There you go. and we
Great
respect
story,
the
man.
art. Well, man,
Great
that's been
story.
a great segment. Like, so,
I'm
man,
looking good.
y'all let us know in the comments, or if you want to hit us up on hit us up on social media, and y'all want to tell us about when you first fell in love with hip hop. This conversation can continue because this, 2023 is the 50th year. So we don't have
Right,
to
right.
cut off the conversation just because whoever did their, celebrations.
We still celebrating. We're
We
gonna celebrate all
celebrated
year
all year
long.
Oh,
long.
facts.
Yeah. And then we're gonna celebrate 51 too next year. So anyway,
Period. Well,
I
because I
love
mean,
hip
you do
hop.
the hip hop history every week,
You
so
gotta love hip hop. I mean, what's not to love? I mean, it's hip hop is in it. It's like it's just emotional. I like to. Speaking of that, how do we feel about the growth of hip hop though
Ooh.
Ah.
over the years? We can say that for another segment. We can say that for another segment.
I'm just gonna throw myself out there garbage.
Yeah, we may
What
as
do
well
you-
just keep it going. Because you did it. You did it.
Yeah.
It is grade A, pure D garbage.
It's the industry, man.
out
Like
there,
the industry pretty much is telling us what we want to hear versus us telling the industry what we want to hear. Just like how you look at right now when it comes to advertising. My cousin and I were talking earlier, and we just happened to be talking about Tootie from the Facts of Life, Kim Fields, right? Why all of a sudden, when me and her get off the phone like 4 or 5 hours later, because it was a long conversation, I see on my Facebook, in my Facebook feed, like Facts of Life, like something, was a meme with the Facts of Life on there. I'm like, come on now. Like, y'all got to get out of our conversations. So the industry used the same kind of tools. You know what I'm saying? And so the same type of hip hop or rap is being distributed, and it's really not an even playing field because we got lyrical artists and not just lyrical, but we just have all types of artists in hip hop who don't get the shine because they don't have the marketing, they don't have the team behind them.
AKA
and so we're being force fed all of the same type of hip hop, and it's not, and we're not feeling it. Like a lot of people voice their frustrations. Y'all seen it on social media all the time with where hip hop is right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but people selling records. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
they are, but a lot of people listen to the old stuff on the regular.
They sell it.
Of course. I mean,
on the regular, like I have 2000s, 90s and 2000s hip hop, like on the regular.
Now they are selling records, but what was it?
And selling out shows.
No, hold on. It was like about 2 months ago or a month ago. Moneybagg Yo, he had to cancel the show because he wasn't selling no records. And
really?
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
And I for me, I'm kind of torn between both because I grew up again in the time when hip hop was new, so everybody was trying everything. Like, come on now, Kwame. You know what I'm saying? You get played out like Kwame and fucking Polka Dots. Real talk, like this is corny to us. Like, nigga, what you talking about? Ain't nobody give a damn about you wearing no polka dots and damn right there. But that was a part of hip hop. Now he didn't, and he broke through whatever the mainstream, if you want to call Kwame mainstream, but she didn't get mainstream. But those songs broke into the mainstream of hip hop. He didn't get an everlasting career because he was not, I don't know, he wasn't full hip hop, whatever you're gonna call it. But I say even then there were artists that we thought sucked. Like, this doesn't reflect who we are as hip hop, because we always thought hip hop should have been street and should have been grimy. And but yeah, there were dancers between Vanilla Ice and what I mean, that the people that came along, that I'm just saying, even back then, they were like, bro, nobody want to hear that, man. Like, this shit is no play in this car. Take that out, yeah. But
yeah, I mean, but my thing is, there's room for everyone. The problem is we're just oversaturated with the same kind of stuff. That's my issue,
Technology, just technology. Just the fact that I could put a CD out and push a button and 10,000 people could see it tonight. Back then, The only way 10,000 people are gonna see or hear your record is if
They
you
had to
met
go to
10,000 people. No, if you met 10,000 people.
Yeah.
If you on the street grinding like we do Facebook and social media right now, you have to go and have met 10,000 people. That was the only way. There was no leave 10
Right.
CDs at the store. You can, and I've had CDs in the store. So I know, yeah, that doesn't mean I'm going to meet 10,000 people. That's why the trunk was the biggest thing. So you're right. If I wanted to sell 10,000 copies, I literally had to go and engage 10,000 people. Or at
Right.
least 9,000, and maybe the other 1,000 would come just word of mouth or whatever. But there was
Type shit.
no, that's what I'm saying. There was no push a button social media and, oh, you know, I got 1,000 followers on Facebook, and as soon as I put a new CD out, 1,000 people automatically know. If I put a CD out tomorrow, back then, the only way the people that knew that I put a CD out was if I went, they caught me at the car wash. They caught me at the record store. They caught me at the club. That was the only way you knew I released the CD. That was the only way.
Exactly.
For the underground. And the underground is still the same. It's just like you said, it's underground on social media. It's still the same thing. But the underground, shout out to UGK, the underground king. You know what I mean? That's just, you can't get past it. That was how you sold and brand. That's why artists have longevity, because I think the older artists have longevity because we genuinely got out and touched people.
Right.
I mean, it was a connection that you made at the club, at a radio appearance, at a book signing, at a CD signing. You know, like you would get out and you would stores on Saturday. Hey, LL Cool J is gonna be at the Sound Warehouse on Polk Street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, signing CDs, signing records. And that's you gonna meet, but that was how the word got out. On top of radio, radio's always been a big part of it. But radio, even then, people talk about how hard it was to get on radio back then. You're right, because of the payola and whatever. I was I was at the studio last week, and I mean, young Muhammad, man, and we were at the studio. He was like, man, people don't understand. Like, y'all were on the radio when it was hard to get on the radio, like when nobody was on, and people didn't understand that. Like, yeah, but we just had a good product. I literally went to the station and I knew somebody, and it's all about who you know now. Granted, I knew the DJ at the station, so that helps. It does. I literally took my music up there, and it was like, man, you ain't got to play it, man. I just want someone who's in the business, their opinion. And next thing I know, my music was on the radio because it was a hot song. It was one of those things, and that's what I meant about, you know, it's like you're saying that ADOS, that the people control everything. They still do. It's just so easily to get saturated with. Anybody can put a song out and put it on YouTube and, you know, fake 1,000, 10,000 followers and this and that. I'm like, I be telling people like, bro, I'm not finna buy no followers. I'm not finna do anything. I'm going to genuinely, organically go somewhere and say, man, follow me on Instagram. Those same way that I walked up and sold CDs is the only way I know to meet people and get my social media up. I don't. If you following me, you genuinely have met me, or at some point. Or I'm following you, I've genuinely met you at some point. I don't just click follow on my Instagram just for the sake of following. I only follow people that I've actually had some kind of contact with physically in the flesh, period. That's it.
Facts.
Well, not unless they celebrity, of course. You
know. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I definitely feel like I've been enlightened.
Oh, I mean, we gonna talk about hip hop. We're gonna talk about this for the rest of this.
Yeah, no, like seriously. But I do, I feel that way, but I hear what you're saying as well. Like at the end of the day, like, not artists, people who love music should feel empowered, nowadays for sure, to go out and find artists, because they're out there. We putting our music on Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Like, if you don't know, now you know. I mean, DistroKid is where it's at. If you're an artist, DistroKid is where you distribute your music. I mean, it's easy. It's a no-brainer. So that's a little free game. I want us to take a quick break. We're gonna come right back after these promotional ads, and y'all know we only got about a few more minutes, so we're gonna have to start another session. In this part, I'm gonna cut out. Okay. I'm gonna cut this part out. But anyway, so we're gonna catch y'all on the flip, and we'll be right back. Hustle and motivate. Hey fam, ADOS Soul Star here, artist and president of Creative Mind Society Music Group. We are a grassroots organization on a mission to help artists and creatives achieve their dreams through publishing, education, promotion, and digital content. Want to support? Become a patron today. There are 3 awesome tiers to choose from, starting at just $5 a month. That's right, $5 a month. If you sign up today, you're going to receive goodies like access to exclusive content, 15 to 25% off our entire store, plus free merch. That's right, y'all, free merch. We thank you in advance, and we will continue to do the work to positively affect our communities. And remember, dreams come true, but we must do the work. Learn more at cmsmusicgroup.com. All right. And we are back to Hustle and Motivate the podcast. And we just heard from DJ Mr. Quickness talking about the 50 years of hip hop, reminiscing and talking about when we first fell in love with hip hop. So thank you, DJ Mr. Quickness.
Oh, no problem. Can't wait till the next one.
Yes, sir. All right. So today's topic is appreciating the journey. Okay. We're talking about appreciating the journey. This topic is very near and dear to my heart because I have really, let's just say life has been lifing for a lot of us.
Man.
Right? I think we can all agree life has been lifing like it's never lifed before.
I think that's true.
So the purpose of Hustle and Motivate the podcast is that all 3 of us, we work hard, we hustle, but we also are out here living our purpose. And in our purpose is to motivate other people who are out here doing the same thing. And so the topic tonight is appreciating the journey. And so I want to talk about just basically lately, because life has been lifing, I went through a period of depression. I have been out of work for like almost a year. And, I'm talking to those people who, understand what it's like to be out of work for a long time. Bills just still coming because they don't care if you got a job or not.
They don't.
They're going to come every month like clockwork.
You hear me?
And sometimes it's hard.
Damn.
Like,
damn.
Right. Seriously. It's hard, a lot of times in life, but life is not always hard times. And we have to realize that what you're going through doesn't last always. And there's always light at the end of the tunnel, which is why you can never give up. So I want to talk about appreciating the journey, because one of the things that I learned going through my depression and coming out of it was I would say I allowed myself to feel all of my feelings, if that makes sense. A lot of times when we go through hard times, we're working, we're doing everything we can to keep our mind off of what we're going through. And I feel like this time, I sat with my thoughts and my feelings, and I allowed myself to feel my pain and actually, realize that everything I'm going through, that's the success. All the work that I'm putting in is the success. Like when we get to that level where we're seeing all of our hard work pay off, we think that's the success. But the success is in the work we put in. And I had to realize that in my own suffering and coming out of that, because at the end of the day, we have to appreciate the journey. It makes us stronger. It's not too many people who have a success story without that struggle story, how they began and what it took to get them there. So I just want to motivate everybody out there to, one, when you're going through stuff, don't deny what you're going through. Express yourself, even if it is to yourself, but also have people around you whom you can talk to when you are going through those things. Because I want to give a shout out to my family whom I've been able to talk to whenever I'm down, especially my husband, T Stunt. He really is my best friend, and he knows more than anybody what I've been going through. And honestly, he really is the person that talks me off the ledge. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I'm feel like I'm just about to jump.
You gotta have somebody talking
So so at the end of the day, I pray for anyone who's going through that you have somebody in your life, in your corner, at least one person that you can talk to, so that you can talk through that stuff and get through it, because trouble don't last always. And if you know you have a purpose that the Most High placed in you, you just can't give up. You got to appreciate the journey, because this part is going to help you appreciate what's to come in the future. So that's my 2 cents.
I love it. All
right.
And to piggyback on that, appreciate the journey is hard. And I and I'm gonna give my 2 cents, and I would tell people it's 2 cents. That's all it's worth. Really, honestly, it is. And that's what we do it through life. We go through giving people our 2 cents. I saw Big B post something the other day. Like, there used to be a time when 2 cents would buy you into someone's conversation, and that's the irony. I mean, that's just it, because it's just my 2 cents. That's all it's worth. Now I tell people, I'm giving you some advice. That's what we here at Hustle and Motivators are trying to just give you some advice, motivate you to either pursue your hustle, continue it, and to not give up, and to appreciate the journey. Because I too understand, like, I got locked up being a producer and doing everything I was doing, and lost everything. I'm talking about got to sell the MPC, I got a microphone cost $3,000. I got to sell my microphone. I got to sell everything. Everything has to go, just so wife and the kids can do whatever they need to do to be able to survive while I'm away. But that didn't stop me. I came home with a whole nother mindset, didn't have anything. Now I got a garage full of speakers. I'm back DJing, back doing my thing. And I don't know, I shared something that Leslie from SNL posted about, Vera Wang didn't sell her first dress, design her first dress till she was like 40, or like, don't there's no age limit on what you're trying to do. I'm 50 and I tell people like, cast these young producers like, man, you ain't doing nothing. Okay, well, let's see where you at when you 50 then, when you 45. Since you got it all figured out, since you got it out, since you gonna make it tomorrow, then you got it all figured out, then let's see where you at. I understand that you have to, in what you're saying, appreciate the journey, because it's all good. At the end of the day, my success is not based on platinum plaques or anything for me. But that's because I've learned who I am and who I need to be. And whether it's on this podcast, teaching the people and telling people, that's part of my journey, to be able to tell you, like, look, I've been there. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're going through. And granted, the big thing that you just said is that support system. Having, a backbone, your husband, and this and that. I was locked up, and I was asked to speak at my graduation. And that was my big spiel to all the older people and the people that were there. It's like, I feel sorry for a lot of y'all, because I watched people that I'm in this class with, and y'all don't have a support system. That, and with that being said, I'm not gonna see y'all back, but they're gonna probably see you back, because I have people that want to see me win, people that expecting me to do good and praying for me for whatever, for whatever it's worth. That's part of my journey. So having that support system is big. Whether somebody supports you in your music career, your school, whatever it is that you choose to be, you need that. You gotta have it. And that's part of your journey. And appreciating the people who don't. So they don't. At the end of the day, it's my journey. I don't ask ADOS to help me to be a DJ. I don't ask T Stunt to help me be a DJ. I don't need anybody to help me be what God has claimed me to be, or what I have decided in my mind that I want to be. And that's my journey. And I'm gonna appreciate when doors get closed on me. I'm gonna appreciate even more when they open up. But you start to learn I think that's the biggest thing in the journey. Learning who you are is going to be the biggest accomplishment you get out of it all. This, like you said, depression. You're gonna be depressed. You're gonna get all of that, because what I just say, man. I've been going since Thursday, DJing since Thursday night. Got up Friday, did what I had to do. DJ Friday, 2 events on Friday night. Actually 3 events, over double booked myself. And luckily I got a team. I was able to call somebody, pick the phone and say, hey man, I done double booked. I need you to go cover this event. Bam, and the team is there and ready to go. And that's about having people that are on your team and putting people in place.
And that's a blessing.
that want to see you
Right.
win. You know,
Yeah.
whether it's us, I mean, with the podcast, you know, me and T Stunt, we kind of pull up and let you do what you do because this is your lane. You know, we like to talk, Granted, I love to talk, and that's part of just, you know, hey, put me on there. Now, do I want to write an agenda and do all of that shit? No, I don't. You know? but I'm ready to go. If you're ready for me to talk, I'm ready to go. And that's just about knowing my place and where I fit into the equation and getting a team behind my vision and what I'm trying to do. And that's the biggest thing. And knowing I don't have to be the leader. I don't have to be in control all the time. I don't have to be the boss of everything. I'm the boss of enough shit. I really am already.
Man, tell me about it.
Yeah, I don't have to be. But it's okay that I have a boss like that's takes care of her business, and I'm okay to sit up under her and say, okay, what's next?
Right.
Without any question. Without any question. I'm not trying to, oh no, I'm not trying to overtake the job and do your job. That's your job. I'm just here to
right. Like you said, you got enough going on, and you really do.
Yeah.
Like, and I just want to just say that event you did earlier today, man. That was live. I was like, oh man. I showed my cousin. I said, look, we got to do something like that picnic. Like, hold up, I don't know who put that on.
Yeah, that was live.
Lovely.
But that was live, bro. I never seen anything like
DG.
it.
She shows up every time I come and go do something for her.
Her name is Dee
DG.
DG. Okay.
Yeah, DEGI. So, but anyway,
okay.
She does. She's
Shout
another one.
She
just
man.
She just loves love, and she invites her people and her family. She wants them to celebrate with her, and, you know, and that's what it's about. I'm same thing, you know, when I get out and have my birthday party, I tell people all the time, when I have a party, people like, man, I'm not trying to make no money off my people. What? No, I want them to come party with me. It's never about, and when you get that out of the table, it's never about making money, especially out of people who support you or people who believe in you.
Right.
Even when I'm having parties, I've always been the one that I want to be the person that my fans can touch. I don't want to be untouchable. I don't. And maybe that, and I talked to somebody about that before, and let me share this in talking about appreciating the journey is because what we do, and I talk about this all the time, is we subconsciously sabotage our own success. And we do that by knowing that who we're going to have to become is not who everyone's going to like. So we like, well, maybe you don't want to go there because of who you have to be. And I've been there. And I was like, you know, maybe this, but then I started to realize, like, nah, this is what I want. This ain't what Sade wants. This ain't what T-Stunt wants. This ain't what my mama wants. This ain't what my wife wants. This ain't what my kids want. This is what I want. Right. So I go and whoever falls victim to that, that's what they're going to be. That's what you have to do. And that's when I be telling people about those sacrifices, and people are like, oh, I spent hours and away from the family, and that's what success looks like in our realm. And I don't want to say not just in music, in anything.
Yeah.
If you Bill Gates, if you Warren Buffett, if you any of these high esteem, anybody who has millions or billions of dollars, they do not go home and sit at home and take their kids to sit down and do homework with their kids. Trust me, they haven't. They didn't sit down from kindergarten to 6th grade.
Yeah, and we've heard many stories from those type of individuals who have said in interviews, like, that's the one thing that they, may have regretted in not being able to do that, but they had to get out there and get it though. It was one or the other, either or. So yeah, I feel you on that.
And we say it's life. When life starts lifing.
When it starts lifing, and it's gonna, and that's the thing. That's life is gonna life.
Can't do nothing about that. When life starts lifing.
You just what it does is, you just keep going, and it makes you stronger. It makes you resilient. And and I just started appreciating the journey, like for the first time, like after like going through something like that. I wasn't just like, in a bad space. I was actually in a good space. I'm in a very good space right now. Things are starting to look up. I'm starting to see things, look up in a better direction. And it's really, I think there's a shift going on for a lot of people. I talked to a lot of different people who have been going through the struggle, but things are starting to, look up for them and get a little bit better. So it just goes to show you that, problems don't last always, and you just got to appreciate the journey because you're learning something. You're learning something.
We all have them. Yeah. I told somebody the other day I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change going to prison or change anything in my life. I don't want to be away from my family for you, but God knew I needed that.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it. God knows, or whoever you believe in, that higher power, whatever, they know he or she or whatever you want to call that person or that being knows what you need. It's like the earth. We don't have to do anything. Earth knows what it needs for itself. We can go out here and plant grass and water our grass. We don't have to water our grass. You think if Earth need some green? You think it won't get some green? Yeah, it know where to water itself when it's time. When it's time, it's just what we want. And a lot of times, as humans, we get caught up in what we want and losing track of. So it's like nature and just allowing things just to be sometimes.
Facts. T-Stunt. Any thoughts on appreciating the journey?
I mean, hey, it's a hell of a journey. That's. I mean, y'all pretty. I mean, y'all pretty much went through everything you could possibly say about the journey. I mean, it's the journey. I mean, it's, at the end of the day, we do it because we love it.
Yeah. Period. Okay. Yeah.
So. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. And that's why I tell people I DJ if I wasn't getting paid. But why not get paid when other DJs get paid?
Exactly.
Right. I love music. I love podcasting. Yeah, like it's. And what's crazy is like, so Quick and I, we started together. What was it? Was it 2016? It was a while back. I know my first episode was August 25th, 2016. And then I think Quick, you joined like a few months later, like October-ish or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, so we've been rocking together a long time. And man, like this podcasting thing, we've done it for so long. And even though we haven't gotten to a certain particular level, we have touched quite a few people, and it's a blessing to, have had people reach out to us, interview with us over the years. When we were at the After Party Radio, we had people interviewing with us over there. And then when we were independent, same thing, and even now we have people who have been wanting to interview with us because Hustle and Motivate has made somewhat of a name for itself. And so I just love what I do because I'm able to give back. I'm able to provide just an outlet for so many creative people. So it's a blessing, man. Really. I'm just glad to be here.
Love the motivation that my partner Big Tech, shout out Dixon bartending, the roller spot. I just want to see my people win. Period.
Yeah.
And I also tell you that, since we've been rocking, you'll call me in a minute, hey, I have to talk it with T-Stunt. I used to be the one who had to talk it down off the ledge, like, nah, sorry, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah. You definitely, you're right. Yeah. And you're still, you still one of them. Don't get it twisted. I still, when it come to business and stuff like that, I call you for like that right there. Like, cause you out, when it come to dealing with people in business, you are definitely my number one confidant because you've been in this game so long. You have to be.
I was a young lady that I dealt with before, and she was like, I just can't deal with this business. I don't want to be in it. There's just too many fake people. And I'm like, well, what? Were you in the wrong business?
Like, for real. I feel her on that.
You gotta be a little fake. You gotta be a little fake in the business.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
it's there.
This is what I tell people all the time. Like Sade, T-Stunt, y'all know me. You know what I mean? We hang out. I mean, that's different. We hang out. We family, so we hang out. But there are people who are going to be in this business who don't know you at all, and you're going to fake it with them. So you have to tell the same. That's why I told, well, you better learn to start being fake yourself. That's part of it. So
it is part of the game.
And only do you get in this business till you start to realize these smoke and mirrors behind it, that everything ain't always what it seems. Like if I don't know if I'm gonna share this another fun hip hop history fact.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Slick Rick's album cover for the album with the children's story on? I forgot the name of the album. I'm gonna find
Bedtime Story. Is that what it's called?
No, I don't know what it's called, but it's Slick Rick's album. But he's got the mink coat on in the on the album cover. Children's Story is the songs on Children's Story. But anyway, you look that up, and I wish I could share my screen. I'll pull it up. But he says that in his hip hop history, That's his auntie's coat that he's wearing.
Oh, okay.
You know, he got all of these gold chains now, y'all. You know,
Look, 'cause I'm
but
sitting up here looking for it too. I'm looking
yeah,
hard, y'all. This is crazy.
it's the one. Oh, it's I'll try to
Because
find
the
it. If you
children's
just
story, when I'm looking at it, looks like a sweater. So, but you said it's a mink coat.
no, it's gonna be an album cover. So it's an album cover that maybe you just Google Slick Rick's
Is it gonna let you?
Slick Rick's
sometimes
discography.
Yeah, I don't know if we can see it, but anyway. But you were
And
saying he was
but
wearing
I'm saying
his
right.
auntie's.
Yes, his
So,
auntie. Well, I take that back. It's not in the album cover. It's in the video Teenage Love. Now I remember what it
oh,
is.
okay.
If you
Okay,
watch
it's
the
in the
video
video.
Teenage
Okay.
Love, but it is the one that he's by the building where that's the early on.
Okay.
Not the children's story.
The brown one he got on in there.
Right, exactly. So he's wearing
Mm.
that's his aunt's like fur coat or something. He's like, yeah. I mean, like people don't know. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's always been a persona. It's always been smoke and mirrors. It's always going to be.
You know what? When you say that, I started thinking about the videos that I've seen. Like, prime example, when we were kids and we went to Universal Studios in Hollywood. They showed us where TLC filmed Waterfalls, and we were so disappointed because it was this wall with like they painted some clouds on this light blue background, and then it was a little pond. Man, that little pond in the middle of all this grass. It was a set, and so we.
Like, are you serious?
But as kids,
so this ain't real. This
right,
ain't real.
I think I was like 12 at the time, and we were at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it was either that or it was a tour. But either way, we got to see where they filmed that video, that Waterfalls video, and I was just like, "This is it. This is what they did." But I didn't realize as a kid, like.
But what that does,
smoke and mirrors,
it makes you realize. We're just all ordinary people.
Yep.
Everybody, we just Slick Rich, just like you or just like me, and they're no different. They're just somebody that can rap and has a talent, and they're just trying to pursue their dream. And understanding that, like the Sprite commercial, image is everything.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
You're in marketing. Image is everything.
It really is. It really is.
And as much as I hate that, and people will hear me, and people who know me, like y'all know me, like quick, why you not dressed up? Like, man, I don't want to dress up. I don't. I literally, before I went to Pittsburgh this weekend, I probably pulled some brand new shoes out of the box, ripped tags off of a shirt or something out of my closet. I got a closet that I still got tags on. I don't want to look like money. I don't because I don't want people asking me for stuff, and I understand why. So I understand why white people like look like they look when people meet me and people be standing me like, and who know me, who's never met me, and be like, "Oh yeah, this is my partner, Quick. This is Quick." Like this is Quick right here. Like
yeah. I mean, you are pretty low key. You pretty low key,
but like I do that on purpose. How you
keep it. Yeah.
Because I don't want anybody
because when you're flashy, you're drawing attention to yourself.
Unwarranted attention. So people start looking at you for different reasons, for different things. I'm not a magnet for you to get signed. I'm not any of that. And I'd have people come to me all the time. Oh man, I got the next hit. I'm like, and hey, what you telling me for?
Yeah.
Go sell your car.
Mm-hmm.
So if you telling me you can, that song you got will sell 1 million records tomorrow. Go sell your car and put it out. Why would you need me? Why would I take a piece of, why would you give me a piece of your million? That's how I know you don't know what you're talking about. That's how I know you think it's a hit. That ain't what the people say. That ain't what the people say. Because I thought I've had plenty of hits. And I thought I was, and that's what you do. It's not on me. It's
the people.
It's just my art. At the end of the day, we just paint pictures and we leave it for whoever else to decide. I like that. I really like that.
I kind of want to piggyback on what you were saying too. What the young artist had told you, was telling you about fake people in the industry, and just having to deal with that. So we recently had a show, T-Stun and I, we are Melodic. We recently had a show July 20th. And at that show, we did our thing. Let's just be real about it. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
the video we have is like not the best quality, but it is on YouTube. So y'all go check that out. It's on Creative Mind Society YouTube channel. But we performed there. We had a great show. Afterwards, my cousin was like, I really had a great time, but I got to be honest with you. I see what you're saying about the music industry. I said, what do you mean? Well, we were talking and being cool with all these people, but you really don't know who really who really fuck with you. Like, you don't know who you gonna talk to after this. You don't know who gonna actually call you afterwards and say, oh man, it was great to meet you. You don't know who really like you or not. Like everybody being all nice and smiling, but you got some people who, might be hating on you or might not like your vibe. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Just never know. And I'm like, yeah, that's the industry. You just don't know. You just got to keep doing your thing and keep rolling.
That's it.
Opportunities come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I mean, that just is what it is.
And that's what you mean by appreciate your journey. That's what you mean by appreciate your journey. It's your journey. No one's going to come across, and no one's going to have the experience that I've had. No one's going to have the experience that T Stunts had, nor the experiences that you've had. But we're here to motivate and inspire everyone to keep going and keep your hustle alive. And like I said, it may not just be music, whether it's DJing, and people tell you, T Stunt tell you, Doc D will tell you, Mixtape Minute will tell you, any big text will tell you, anybody who comes to me and say, quick, I want to be a DJ, I'll be like, here, give everything you need. Good luck.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's just
but that's what I love about you though. Like, anybody can come to you, and say, hey, I want to try DJing, and like, you share the knowledge. I mean, because you have a lot of people in the industry who purposely do not share knowledge because they don't want you to know what they know.
Look, DJs back in the day, when records, they would put stickers over their records for specific mixes that they did not want other DJs to know. This ain't nothing. Serato still has it today, where you can wipe out so they can't see the name of the song you're playing. That's how DJs did not want to deal with each other back in the day. Yeah, they would put, like, if it was a hit record, it was a specific remix of Underground, something they may have pressed up there, the sticker that in the middle, the center of the album where you could tell the name of the song, it would be, they put white tape over it or black it out. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're right. People don't want to give what they say, the game.
They don't like to give you the game. There you go.
No, people do not like to give you the game. But I always tell people like this: I can give you the game. Just because I give it to you don't mean you're gonna be as good as me. I promise you not.
Don't mean you're gonna use it the same.
No, no. Same tool. I can give you my laptop, my microphone, my control, everything. You're not going to. There you go.
Yeah, you have to know that what you have is unique. Is yours. Yeah. If you hone in on your own thing and stand on that, you realize, ain't nobody's thinking like you. Nobody's gonna deliver it how you're gonna deliver it. So there's no reason to feel like everyone's a competition just because I gave you some game.
Right. And it is competition, but it's supposed to be friendly competition. It's okay.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with a friendly.
Nothing wrong with nothing wrong with the friendly competition. Absolutely.
But this young generation took it just a little too far.
Because it's a lane for everybody, but you still gotta put yourself out there.
You said the new generation took it too far, Stunt?
Speak on it.
You think so? You think so?
What? I mean, it's like a new rapper dead every 5 seconds. Like,
I mean, but they're not hating on each other because you're a better rapper. They're hating because you got money. They're not hating for the skill. Trust me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Rappers are not getting killed because you did no Vaseline on them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not it. It's money, women, whatever the case. It's something other than that, and that's where when it's like imitate arts. Like so. Again, a lot of rappers and artists nowadays aren't into it for the art or the craft. You know what I'm saying?
So many of them sound the same.
Right. Same thing. I met a youngster. I'll tell him the same thing. Like, bro, a guy. I'm doing Uber, right? I was riding Uber, ironically, and I know but I was in Uber, and the guy, he said, "Oh, I produce, I DJ. Look, man, I got a new song. I just left studio. I just took him to the studio. I picked him up the next night. I said, oh man, I picked you up last night. How I go on the studio? Oh, I did a song. You want to hear it? He let me hear a song on the way to the studio the night before. I said, oh, it's cool. It sounds good. He let me hear a song when I was dropping it back off the next night. He said, it's one we did last night in the studio. I said, okay. I said, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say exactly what I told you last night. Sounds good. I like you delivered everything. but ain't nothing I ain't never heard before.
Yeah. Seriously.
And that's what's different. That's what I be telling people. Like, you have to be different. We already got it. Granted, I've heard this 1,000 times, and I've heard on the opposite end of the spectrum too. Though I've heard, oh, we got a Wayne, we got a Drake, we got a Jay-Z.
I mean, who was it that said that very recently? It was
T-Pain.
T-Pain. Yeah, he was like, we already got them.
Like we got two babies out here. I mean, they doing their thing.
And little baby.
Like we got two of them. I done heard like 2-3 guys sound like Kevin Gates. I done heard like 5 or 6 sound like Young Thug trying to be. And I done heard
that's why
like
I tell people
10 of them sound like Future and the Migos.
When you trying to come into this game for me, and I tell you, like, you listen to me or not, I'm a DJ. And what the fuck do I know? Other than I play records that people want to hear. So if your record is not being won, if someone's asked me to play your, and I played a lot of records that I didn't never heard before, the people like, hey, you got something? I'm like, no, I ain't never heard it, but they didn't. Like, I type it up. Oh, that is jamming, and it gets on my playlist because someone somewhere asked me to play that song that I had never heard before. Anything. So, and guess what? After a few months later, like, damn, there go that artist that somebody asked me 2 months ago. Now I guess they done got hot. So they're on the rise. And I would tell people, like, you need to be different. Different is going to set you apart from everything else. So that at the end of the day, like, you know, the dude who sound like Wayne, you know, got a song that sound like, oh, no. If that's the case, you're not nobody. They're not. They're gonna know you.
Wayne.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I mean, it definitely hindered. What's her name? Chloe Bailey. The one that continued her solo career, music career.
Right. Yeah,
a lot of people were comparing her to B, and I can't lie, that hurt her with a lot of people. A lot of people were just like, why she sound just like Beyonce? Like, even her dance moves and everything is all Beyonce. Now, there are people who like Chloe Bailey, but I'm saying I heard the other side too. I've heard the other end of the spectrum.
And she's inspired by that. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of people feel like she doesn't have her own voice.
Right.
And so
kind of like The Weeknd. Everybody say Weeknd because when he first come out, he did all the Michael Jackson covers, from what I remember. And
okay,
yeah, he did a lot of, but it sounds like Michael Jackson. People say like he does. If you
I don't.
Yeah, if you go back when The Weeknd, he had an entire Michael Jackson cover album.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't even know that. I really didn't. Yes. Like, cause I only know, like, because when he came out, it was this one song. I can't remember. What was this? I can't remember the popular song. Because I'm really not a big fan of The Weeknd. I really didn't start listening to The Weeknd until Starboy.
Wow. Okay, that was after 50 Shades. That was even after 50 Shades.
Yeah, I didn't like him back then. I really didn't. I thought he made drug
Starboy. People hate me when I bump Starboy. I was like,
I love Starboy because I like Daft Punk. I like like that collaboration with Daft Punk. To me, was perfect.
Yes.
So yeah,
but then again, see how we like
his
different.
Sound, his sound went with that.
Yeah, exactly. It really matched that whole vibe. But like prior to, all his music just sounded, I mean, to me, like just drug-induced acid trips. Yeah. And that I don't do acid, so
I can't feel my face.
Yeah, I was good.
I love
it. Yeah, I was good on all that.
But I love it.
I was like, yeah, y'all can have it. But Starboy, I was on his bandwagon when Starboy came out. I was, because I like that song. But we have reached kind of the end, I guess, of the show.
It's been great because we'll talk forever.
Yeah, y'all. It's been so long. That's why all of my conversations with everybody been 5 and 6 hours lately. Because we, everybody, life been lifing, and we finally back, and so now everybody has a lot to talk about.
We back, y'all. Y'all get ready for it.
Follow us, please do. Instagram and Facebook at H&M the Podcast. Also, we are on YouTube, so follow us at Creative Mind Society on YouTube. So yeah, y'all got anything else y'all want to share? Anything coming up?
I don't. Not really. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Tight Eyed Boss, TIGHTEYEDBOSS. If you want to follow me, if you do, you do. If you don't, I don't care.
Right.
I really don't. I really don't, because you're gonna follow me on the street. You're gonna see me somewhere. You know, and I know. I appreciate y'all.
I consider you a street legend.
Right.
I consider you a street
legend.
legend.
It's like, because I just like, I'm just humble, and I guess that's part of it. Be humble. Humble yourself. Humble beginnings will. I've always been humble. Like I've never ever been. I don't care who big ups me. I'm not gonna big up myself. I don't mean I don't know how talented I am. That don't mean anything. I'm never gonna big up myself, because I know that from here I could easily go to here, and that's
right there.
That comes in appreciating what we're talking about, appreciating the journey. At any point, because I've been here and I've been locked up and I got movie soundtrack, and I don't name drop when I go meet people. I don't do any of that. I'm not gonna tell you, oh man, I work with such. You need to work with me.
Right.
I work with woo.
Right.
Man, I ain't nobody. If I had a plaque, I'd be like, man, I ain't nobody. I got one. Hell, they got 20. Yeah, I don't care about the one I got. Shit, that don't mean me. Do you like me? That's my thing. How do we get along at the end of the day?
Yeah,
that's it. So in other words, you want some more inspiration, you follow me at Tie-Dye Boss, and you'll see me here on Hustle and Motivate every Monday.
That's right.
Already.
T-Stunt.
Yep, and you can definitely catch me T-Stunt817 on IG. What's the new one? Threads, X now.
Yeah. Oh Lord, X. Yeah. What about TikTok?
I said Twitter.
Oh, TikTok. Yeah, definitely. I think it is T-Stunt817 on there.
I said Twitter.
T-Stunt817 on TikTok.
X.
Is that what it is?
Oh,
yeah, I think so.
And on X.
So. But don't be talking about things so.
X.
Don't tell my see that you just humble too, T-Stunt. I appreciate that. I don't even know what my handle is.
On Twitter, I really don't know, because I don't really go on there. But definitely on
Twitter's
TikTok,
where it's at though. People be like,
I
don't be on Twitter.
I don't be on there like that either. I think that's
when
for celebrities.
When you are a celebrity, what the hell are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get there.
But
you are. I know, but I'm just saying I'd be on there, but I'm really not big. But when the news is and they say the president, everybody, that's the go-to for news. That's like
right.
Twitter is.
No, it is. It's T-Stunt, just regular T-Stunt on Twitter. That's it. No 817, no nothing. Just regular. Yeah, that's it. And for you gamer lovers out there, Real Stunts Gaming. If y'all want to catch me on that.
And what you be playing on there? I just want to ask this question before we get out. What do you be playing on?
On there, I be on Call of Duty, shooting up. You dig what I'm saying?
Shooting up.
Not shooting up people. You know.
No, I'm like shooting up.
No. We don't touch needles like that. We don't touch needles like that. No. Stay drugs free, kids. Stay drugs free.
I didn't even think. See, I'm glad you called that. Hey, dog. I'm glad you called that.
See, quick called it, but y'all.
I wasn't shooting up. I mean, I don't want to think nothing about no shooting up.
Yeah, no. But I be on there on Call of Duty, just laying them down in the bed.
So if you want to put T-Stunt on y'all team, I'm gonna get on there now.
Oh yeah. And I'll be on Grand Theft Auto. I'm in Night and Day. Y'all can catch me on Kick, Real Stunts Gaming on there as well. So
all right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Follow me at ADOS the Soul Star everywhere. Till next time, peace.
Keep it live.
I holla.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way.